Welcome back to The Explainer, folks. Today, we are diving into an absolutely phenomenal WNBA matchup. We're setting the stage for the highly anticipated June 1st, 2026 showdown between the Seattle Storm and the Dallas Wings. Whether you're obsessively tracking the standings, geeking out over the stats, or you just love incredible basketball, tonight's game has so many fascinating storylines colliding all at once.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our quick rundown before tip-off. We'll start with a Storm versus Wings preview, then cover the breaking Awak Kuier injury, do a tale of the tape, look at some historic jersey news for Paige Bueckers, and wrap up with exactly how you can watch live.
All right, Section 1, Storm versus Wings preview.
To set the scene for you, we've got the Dallas Wings coming in hot with a 5-3 record, playing host to the Seattle Storm, who are currently sitting at 3-6. The context here is absolutely critical. The Wings are at home, right? And they're looking to maintain some serious momentum. Meanwhile, Seattle is walking into the College Park Center, desperately trying to snap a really tough 3-game road losing streak.
And when I say Dallas has momentum, I mean they've been flat out dominant. They just secured massive back-to-back wins against two powerhouse teams, the New York Liberty and the Las Vegas Aces. And a huge catalyst for the search, their #1 pick, Azzi Fudd. She has been an absolute force on the court, averaging an explosive 23 points across those two statement victories. The Wings offense is literally clicking on all cylinders right now. Moving on to Section 2, the Awak Kuier injury. Unfortunately, it's not all smooth sailing for Dallas. We've got some significant breaking news regarding their defense. Wings forward Awak Kuier suffered a right wrist injury when she landed on it during Thursday's win against Las Vegas. Now, she actually managed to tough it out and play through it for the rest of that night, but the team has officially ruled her out for tonight's Commissioner's Cup opener. Head coach Jose Fernandez noted she's going to be evaluated in about a week.
Now, what's really interesting about this number is that massive plus 24.5 is the Wings' net rating when Kuier is on the floor this season. That means they outscore opponents by almost 25 points per 100 possessions when she plays. Her presence completely transforms how this team operates, making her absence tonight incredibly profound.
You can see exactly where her impact comes from on the defensive end. With Kuier on the floor, the Wings allow just 95 points per 100 possessions. But without her, wow, that number skyrockets to nearly 112. Her incredible length essentially anchors their entire defense, allowing them to guard multiple players at once during ball screens. So yeah, missing her is a very big deal.
So how on earth does head coach Jose Fernandez adjust his strategy to fill that massive gap? Well, the answer relies heavily on Alanna Smith. She is officially returning to the Dallas lineup today after missing some time with an illness. And Dallas fans, you can breathe a slight sigh of relief here. Yes, losing Kuier is a huge blow, but replacing her with Alanna Smith, that is an incredible luxury. Smith isn't just a backup, she is literally the reigning Women's NBA Co-Defensive Player of the Year. So she brings elite, versatile frontcourt defense right back into the fold to help absorb this loss. Talk about a solid backup plan, right?
All right, let's jump into Section 3, Tale of the Tape.
And this brilliantly illustrates the dynamic between these two squads right now. Dallas comes in with the league's top-ranked elite offense. They're pouring in 88.9 points per game compared to Seattle's 78.7. The Wings are also leading the league in assists at 23.4 per game, which just showcases incredible ball movement, while Seattle is kind of struggling statistically in that department, sitting at just 17.4 assists. Now, on the defensive side, Dallas is allowing slightly more points at 84.8 compared to Seattle's 82.6, but hey, their offensive output has easily been carrying them.
Drilling down into the individual offensive engines, we've got a fascinating matchup. For Dallas, Paige Bueckers is putting up a really heavy scoring output, pacing the team with 19.4 points per game. Over on the Seattle side, Natisha Heidemann is the primary scoring leader, bringing in 13.6 points a night. Down in the paint, the battle on the glass is heavily skewed towards Dallas on paper. Jessica Shepard is completely dominating the boards, pulling down a massive 11.4 rebounds per game for the Wings. Contrast that with Seattle's leading rebounder, Mackenzie Holmes, who's grabbing 5.2 rebounds per game. Controlling those second chance points is going to be absolutely crucial for the Storm if they want to stay in this game tonight. Okay, Section 4, Bueckers makes jersey history. Before we talk about tip-off, we really need to step off the court for a second to cover a massive cultural milestone. I want you to just take in this staggering figure.
$64,720. No way, right? But yes, that is the record-breaking price a fan just paid at a May Gray auction for the exact jersey Paige Bueckers wore in her WNBA debut game back on May 16, 2025. To really put the magnitude of this sale into perspective, let's look at the history books. Bueckers' debut jersey literally doubled the previous record. The old mark was held by an A'ja Wilson WNBA Finals jersey, which sold for $32,150. This huge sale just cements Bueckers' massive popularity, officially making her jersey the second bestseller in the entire league, right behind Caitlin Clark.
But you know what I love most about this story? It's Bueckers' reaction. Over the weekend, she told reporters how humbling the whole thing was, and said she felt very blessed that people are actively investing in women's sports and seeing its growth. But she just couldn't resist a little self-deprecating humor, joking, "I wouldn't pay $10 for my own jersey." It's hilarious, but honestly, it's an incredible milestone for her and for the league as a whole.
Finally, let's hit Section 5, How to Watch Live. We want to make sure you've got all the actionable info to catch this one. Tip-off is tonight, Monday, June 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. They'll be playing live from the College Park Center in Arlington, Texas, officially kicking off the Commissioner's Cup schedule. So the crucial point is knowing where to tune in. If you have cable, catch it on USA Network, KFFA, or CW Seattle. For the streamers out there, Amazon Prime Video has you covered. And hey, if you just want to watch for free tonight, both DirecTV Stream and Fubo TV are actually offering free trials right now. You can also catch it on Sling TV depending on your subscription package. Basically, you've got plenty of great options, so there is no excuse to miss a minute of this. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. We've seen the numbers, we know the incredibly high stakes. The question you should be asking as you watch tonight is this: can the Wings' top-ranked elite offense survive and actually compensate for the absence of their ultimate defensive anchor in Awak Kuier? Will Alanna Smith's return be enough to shut down Seattle, or will the Storm take advantage of this injury and finally end their road losing streak? It is going to be a fascinating tactical battle. Thank you so much for joining me today. Enjoy the game and keep asking questions.